And we are live. Hold on, guys. We give you time to watch the show. Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to Cape Breton Originals Friday Night Trivia. Nice to have you guys playing along with me, Imogen, Cookie Bailey, and Brandon. As you know, Imogen is in Victoria, BC, the island, and is a model, and she's a little bit of everything. She's an incredible woman. And then we've got Brandon, who is a radio DJ, and he's a weather specialist. So, and of course, we'll have our usual cameo guest, Frankie MacDonald. He pops in and surprises us at the most shocking time of our show, usually when we're losing our breath with laughter. So that's us in a nutshell. Look, there he is already. Speak of the devil. Hey, Frankie.
I'm doing great so far.
Excellent.
That means they're going to do a Phase 3 Charlotte Street reconstruction this spring coming.
Nice. Looks pretty nice down there tonight.
YMCA to Townsend Street.
How is the weather tonight downtown Sydney? Is it cold?
That's going to be final phase of reconstruction. The final phase of reconstruction will be starting for the YMCA all the way down to Townsend Street next year. That's this summer coming.
So do you find the sidewalks any better to walk on up there or what?
They added sidewalk and phase 2 reconstruction from last year all the way down the YMCA from 7x7 restaurant.
Nice. So how's the wind? Is it windy or is the temperature
Wind
settled
died down? It was really windy this morning when I was working at the mini fire mall, and the wind has died down.
Nice. And if anyone wants to get a picture with Frankie here in Cape Breton, you can go to the Mayflower Mall because he's there a lot, or walking around Sydney. Frankie loves it.
They count one person got a picture taken with me at Dooley's just now.
Excellent. So you go.
That's awesome. And did you hear about this? I got news for you. And did you hear about this? Bass guy's taking the time off because the bass guy will return. That's what he told me. Bass guy's best friend Patrick is doing great so far.
Excellent. Is Patrick going to come on and give us some trivia questions tonight on inventions?
Patrick Mack, a friend of Bass Guy, that goes on show every Friday, and Bass Guy show will return. Things are great so far.
Excellent. So what's the Bass Guy show about? Tell people if they want to watch Bass Guy show.
He plays the bass guitar and things like this. He plays his own music he creates and things like this.
Ah, you and your dad. Your dad's got to get on the Bass Guy show and do a jam with him. What do you think?
He does. He writes comments on Bass Guy show. Monica Boyle writes comments. Nelson Peabody writes comments too.
Excellent. But your dad's also a musician. I've heard him play quite a few songs now, right?
Yes. Bass Guy makes his own music as well. Monica Boyle's doing great so far. She's in Bonaventure, Quebec. And did you hear about just Joe Stover's up in Manitoba? Olivier just left Cook, took Nunavut. He's going to Yellowknife, then he's going to Edmonton, then he's going to Toronto, then he's going to Ottawa. A lot of airplane changes.
That is a lot of airplane changes. Have you ever been on a plane, Frankie?
No. Olivier, that's a business trip for him. Not a fun trip. That's a business trip.
Ah, okay. Well.
And did you hear about this? It's cold outside in Sydney, Nova Scotia right now. It was really windy yesterday. Cape Breton Eagles played against Chicoumity yesterday.
Who won?
And things are going great so far. And did you hear about this? I'm showing you Charlotte Street. After reconstruction for Phase 2. And they're going to start the Phase 3 construction this spring coming.
Awesome. It's going to be nice when they're all finished. What do you think of the new school?
What?
The Marconi they're building. What do you think of that new NSCC campus?
It's going to start classes in September. They're on time. And guess what? The old Marconi campus building will become part of CDU.
Is that what they're doing with it? I was wondering. Have you ever been out to CBU?
I was there in 2000 to watch the play.
Ah, what one do you remember? Of course you do.
watching a play in 2002 at the Cape Breton University, and at the year 2007, and that was the last time I was at the Marconi campus for the craft show.
Ah, you do get out and get around everywhere. Now there's a pipe band going to be tomorrow at the farmers market.
Back in December,
Yeah.
last time I was at North Sydney Mall, that was back in January, earlier in January, I was at North Sydney Mall.
What were you doing in North Sydney?
I got the bus from North Sydney back to Sydney as well. They get a bus back to Sydney.
I would get my bus back to Sydney fast from North Sydney.
when it get from Sydney to North Sydney is $3.25. When it go from North Sydney back to Sydney is $3.25 back to Sydney.
I don't know. I think it should be half price going to North Sydney. I can see why they charge full price going to Sydney. No, I'm just teasing the people from North Side, Frankie.
The bus fare is to Glace Bay from Sydney is $3.25. When it go from CBU to Sydney is $2.25. When it go to County Arena to Sydney to County Arena out in Coxie is $2.25. That depends on the zones. When they go from here to Mayflower Mall, $1.25. When they go from here to Cape Breton Shopping Plaza, is $1.25. That's Zone 1. When they get to CBU, that's Zone 2. When they get to Savoy Theatre from here, it's Zone 3.
Wow. I think you know more busing information than anybody here on the island. I had no idea.
That means when they get to North Sydney Mall from here, it's 3 zones. That's $3.25.
I think it's pretty
I
good.
know a lot of zones.
You do. So do you take the bus a lot?
I've been on the North Sydney bus quite a few times. Later this year, that means I was over in North Sydney Mall. They have Walmart over there, things like this.
Ah, so you do a lot of shopping, do you?
I just walk around. I taking pictures of King Street in North Sydney with my digital camera.
You do take a lot of nice pictures. I love watching the pictures you take because I like seeing what you find interesting.
I took the bus to Sydney Mines, where the North Sydney bus. There's 3 zones. Back in May 2022, took pictures of Sydney Mines, the neighborhood, and got a lot of views on the Weather Network.
Nice. You always get a lot of views because you're awesome. Everyone loves you.
See you soon.
Bye, Frankie. Thanks for coming on. Have fun. All right, guys. So we'll get right into trivia. Frankie is our favorite guy that comes on. He's our cameo. He's the reason I've met Imogen and Brandon, and everyone loves Frankie. I mean, he's Cape Breton's idol. So, Imogen, you want to start us off tonight, darling?
Sure thing. I mean, good luck defining an invention. There's so many variations of stuff. I mean, primitive humans can be credited with all sorts of early tech. I mean, using a hard stone to chip and form a softer stone means that the hard stone is now classified as a tool, and the softer stone is now something else altogether. So the evolution of inventing started with the basic repurposing of all sorts of things that already existed and led to a whole plethora of machines that make our lives so much easier. Simple machines are defined as mechanical devices that are used to apply force, such as a lever, a pulley, a wheel, an axle, blah, blah, blah. Tech creation has come a long way from what we still rely on to the absolute basics, whether it's just the Amish dude rolling by in a tricked out horse and buggy, or in the neato wizardry that leads to my butt being in front of your face. Inventing's had a lot of cool highlights and so many hilarious and awesome fails.
Right.
However, I'm pretty fascinated by... Pardon?
Hit us up with your first question. I got to get my glasses.
Yeah. I'm pretty fascinated by some of the creations that worked. So, Dutch inventor Cornelius Drebbel was a glassworker and engraver who got into applied science. Amongst his inventions were the perpetual motion clock, scarlet dye, and which of the following? Submarine, sun lock, slide lock, or the seatbelt?
I don't know if it was just me on my end,
Good
but
luck.
it kind of merged a little bit and went can you repeat that again? I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dutch inventor Cornelius Drebbel was a glassworker and engraver who got into applied science. Amongst his inventions were the perpetual motion clock, scarlet dye, and which of the following? The submarine, sunblock, the slide lock, or the seatbelt?
I'm going to go submarine.
Dutch.
You going
I can't see
submarine?
them getting much sun over in, over in
Dutchland.
Dutchland. Yeah, is that Denmark? But I feel like
Dutch.
I'm gonna go with slide lock with Shelly. I don't know what a slide lock is, but it sounds interesting.
Right? So you, Shelly, are going slide lock.
Marty says
Marty's
submarine.
here. Hi, Marty.
Hey,
Yeah,
where?
Brandon's saying submarine. Marty's saying submarine. All right. Well, the correct answer is A, the submarine. Good old Corny invented the first navigable submarine. He called it a diving boat. It was made of wood. It was propelled by oars and waterproofed with a skin made from greased leather. It was able to go 12 to 15 feet underwater and had air tubes floating on the surface so the crew could breathe. How cool is that?
That was
I've seen
pretty
it
cool.
referenced in cartoons. Right? Like oars paddling this thing.
Yeah. I didn't think there was
so
that
cool.
much. So wrong. All right, Brandon, what do you got for us, bud?
All right. So in 1830, Edwin Budding's first machine was, what was it? What did he invent? Was it A, the vertical lift or the elevator? B, windshield wipers? D, fries? Or C, fries? Or D, the first lawnmower?
I'm going with, what did you say the first one was?
The elevator lift, right?
Yeah, I'm going with the elevator lift.
Yeah.
Something's making me 1830. I'm thinking that sounds about the time dumbwaiters and elevator lifts come into play. But hey, what do I know? That's my answer. Shelly says, well, from clock to sub, right?
I know, like how insane is that? A little bit along the line of that, the inventor of the Glock, the pistol, the Glock, it was developed by a watchmaker. It's so fine-tuned. The machinery is so fine-tuned on it. It's one of the smoothest running pistols that you'll ever find. But it was developed by a watchmaker. Like that, these are unrelated things, but somehow
it's a
the technical skill.
It's exactly that. That we've got a clock in PEI in the town square there over in Charlottetown that hasn't ran in decades. There was a lady from Ukraine. She doesn't speak English, but her daughter does. That family came to PEI because of everything going on over there, of course. And she actually fixed the town's clock. And because of fixing the town's clock, now everybody who's got an old watch, a pocket watch, anything that they couldn't get fixed, this lady is over there. And now she's becoming famous in Prince Edward Island because she is so skilled at fixing clocks. Yeah. So it's an old craft that not many people still have, surprisingly enough.
Right? There's something to be said for old-timey skills. Like, there's not a lot of repair work. It's difficult to find repair people, anyone with repair skills. Like, when I have a small appliance that gets broken, or it's a minor thing, I know it's a minor thing, I'd rather not buy a new one.
Exactly. But everybody is so geared up to throw it away and go buy more, and that's a huge problem of why we have so much junk on the earth. Because we don't repair, we throw away and go buy more. Yeah, we need to revert to what our grandparents would have did. Yeah. All right, Brandon, what's the So we've got, Marky says elevator. Shelly's like, I don't know, lawnmower? What's the answer yours?
Well, the answer is the lawnmower.
What? Pretty lawnmower? I wonder, was it the spinny one that you got to push and have muscles of like... Yeah.
One of the push mowers. Definitely a push mower, not a ride-on lawnmower yet.
Well, no.
That was John Deere. I'm going to say John Deere on the ride-on.
Yeah, I think that's how they got the name. John Deere mow the lawn.
Awesome.
Right? All right, so mine is all Canadian inventions. I thought I was going to put a theme in a theme. So everything that I've got is coming right straight from Canada. All right. So, and I like this first one. So the First Nations people of Canada were credited with innovating the birch bark canoe. Why was birch bark chosen to build their canoe? A, it was waterproof. B, it was lightweight bark and smooth. C, it was resilient. D, all of the above? What do you think?
Oh, D. Absolutely. Birch
D.
bark,
Yeah.
I'm going D. Birch bark is nice and like you see it curling off the trees. It's malleable, but it's also like really weirdly resilient. Like it doesn't fall apart naturally. You have to really smash at it, and it can be treated to, you know. So I'm going to go D, all of the above.
Yeah. Margie's going. Yeah. Brandon's going all the above. Margie's going all the above. Imogen's all the above. You're right. All the above. All right, Imogen. Good job.
Native tech. Solid, man. All right. For what purpose was the treadmill invented? Was it A, therapeutic benefit, B, to exercise sick cattle, C, inmate punishment, or D, construction?
I like inmate punishment. How sick am I?
Right?
Get on the treadmill. Off with your legs.
Yeah, work. You have wronged someone, you will suffer. You broke the law. Pay for it.
Margie says construction. What do you think, Brandon?
I'll go construction.
Yeah, construction.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
I like these answers.
Don't be shy, everybody out there.
All right, well, the correct answer is C, inmate punishment. During the Victoria era, right? During the Victoria era, William Cubitt designed the grandfather of the human treadmill as a method of punishing inmates. However, in 1889, the Prisons Act came into play and abolished hard labor, and instead recognized that labor within prisons should be constructive. The treadmill was then repurposed. To be part of like a corn mill. So the tread aspect was that the people would actually walk on it, but it was also turning a wheel so that it would grind corn, it would grind flour, thus the treadmill conjunction. Previous to this version, there had been other incarnations used in farming. It was actually used to exercise cattle, but the human version was this. Going back even farther, the Roman Empire had a different version of it called the treadwheel, where it's like a large tube that the workers would go in the center of. They'd walk in the tube and turn it, and it was used as a pulley in construction. So technically, B, C, and D were sort of correct, but the modern incarnation was actually invented for inmate punishment. So there you go.
Good guess. Well, it still kind of reminds me of punishment, because if you do really high incline on there and your glutes start screaming, it's not fun. It's funny. Yeah, it's just not.
I love it.
It's voluntary. Yeah.
Right? You know what? I'm a bit of a masochist that way. I love it. I love being on the treadmill to the point of exhaustion. If I can, mine doesn't do the incline properly. I have to actually prop it up on things, but I will prop that device, that demonic machine, up as high as I can get it without ruining it, and I will just go.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, Brandon.
So
what do you got for us? It's too fun. Not. No.
All right, this is a good one. So the hairdryer, the stapler, and the neon lighting were all invented in which country? So the hairdryer, the stapler, the neon lighting were all invented in which country? A, Canada, B, the United States, C, France, or D, China.
Ooh, I was thinking Germany, and it was none of the above. So let's go with USA. USA for the win.
See, my first thought was USA, but I'm going to go with France because I have the neon lights were very much an art form, and because like Paris was such an artistic epicenter, I feel like they would have really made use of, like, they were very creative. So I'm going to say France, just because of the art world connection. And it was very much a 20s thing where it really started. And in the 30s, I want to say it was the 30s when it really kicked into high gear with the neon signs on everything, like the different colors and the different styles, glass blowing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm probably way wrong, but that's what I'm going with. I will be wrong in the name of art.
Real mixed bag of answers here. Shelley says Canada. Evelyn says USA. Margaret says Canada. Maggie says France. I said USA. What was your answer again, Brandon?
Well, the answer, I haven't given the answer yet.
Oh, give it to
but we got a couple more Canadas on the board, and I'll give the answer. All right. The answer is France.
Ooh,
Yeah, I gotta use this point.
Yeah.
Woo!
Good job. All right, more Canadian trivia coming at you. Alexander Graham Bell is generally, though controversially, credited with inventing the telephone in 1876. How did Bell come up with the idea of the telephone? A, he was daydreaming. B, he was relaxing in the bathtub. C, he was reading. Or D, none of these. Which is it? Again, Alexander Graham
I'm
Bell.
gonna say he was
Go ahead.
reading.
If you remember. Okay.
I'm gonna go
going to
reading.
put the answers in the comments and you tell me which one you think it was. A, B, C, or D. Daydreaming, relaxing in the tub, reading, or none of them. Margaret says none. Evelyn says none.
I'm leaning towards none, only because it's not a common option. And I want to say it was more about a conversation with a friend where they were kind of brainstorming and talking about different methods of communication, like kind of inventors jamming out and throwing ideas around. Shop talk that kind of led to the what ifs.
All right. Maggie
So
says
maybe
bad.
it's not like
Shelley says daydreaming. All right. What do you think, Brendan? Did you give an answer? Brando?
I was gonna say reading.
Oh, yeah? All right.
Oh,
Are we
yeah.
ready for the answer?
Right.
The
Okay.
answer is he was daydreaming. Imagine he was daydreaming back in the day, and he thought the telephone would make its way. And wasn't he right? Huh?
Yeah. You know what? It's more efficient than this little thing.
Oh, that is sick. Look at that little SOS, that
Wow.
Morse code thing. Thanks to that Halifax
I
explosion,
still,
I mean, everybody would have just been wiped out if not for that little thing and the person that was taking in possession of it. That thing saved people's lives, that little gadget there. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, it sure did.
This is it's actually functional. This is it was, I can't remember where it was actually in use, but this was one of the last ones used in Canada, and it is a functional device. I don't know how to hook it up, or even if I could, you know.
Do you have a friend with one on the other end so you could actually send messages?
I wish I did. See, that would be really wild. Like, that would be super cool. But I
What your friend, look, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh my God, look, we talk every day, but look, let's try it Morse code way. Someone would be like, yeah, they'd be returning your gift. No, I don't want it.
right? It's if I hook it up to anything, it'll just go to some museum exhibit, some dusty museum exhibit. We'll be getting the message, and yeah. Actually,
Nice.
I'm sort of going from memory, so I'm a little maligned on this one, but I believe that was sort of related to the development of Braille, which was originally as a communication code before it was actually sort of like a bump method in print. It was more of like a tappa, like a variation of Morse code that turned into, or Braille was developed from Morse code as another code system, which was later, you know, kind of more formalized as written language for the blind. But kind of going from memory on that, like it's not I'm probably a little bit off on that one, but I'm pretty sure that there was a connection there. Which is super cool.
Right? Excellent. All right, Imogen, what do you got for us?
Okay. What modern accessory can be traced through history with ties to Emperor Nero, the Inuit, and the ancient Egyptians? Was it A, hair extensions, B, sunglasses, C, body piercing, or D, artificial fingernails?
Body piercing for the win.
Body piercing?
Yep.
Awesome. Brandon, what do you say?
I'm gonna go body piercings.
Body piercings?
Body piercings.
Excellent. Anyone watching at home, fill in your answers now. Viewers, pen and paper.
I was thinking
We're
it
at
was
the bar.
or something bodily aesthetic. And then when you said body piercing, I was like, ding, 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 ding. That's one for me. Ooh. Show everybody
my body piercing.
My gorgeous necklace my Aunt Debbie gave me. It's a a diamond necklace with angel wings on it. She gave it to me for my friend Marie, my beautiful friend Marie that's not with us anymore. So yeah, I wear it now and I love it because my aunt gave it to me and it reminds me of my friend. It's like, oh my God, I love my aunt. Yeah.
That's so sweet. That's so adorable.
It is. I know. All right. So Marty's saying body piercing. Shelly's saying C, which I think was, I can't
Body
remember.
piercing. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Right.
All right.
So the question and options one more time are: what modern accessory can be traced through history with ties to Emperor Nero, the Inuit, and ancient Egyptians? A, hair extensions. B, sunglasses. C, body piercing. Or D, artificial fingernails. So for everyone is unanimous on C, body piercing.
Yeah.
Everyone sticking with their answers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. The correct answer is actually B. Oh, Matt Webb says, "Hey neighbor, how's it going?" Hey neighbor. Pretty good, I guess.
Neighbors were, but hey.
Yeah, Matt lives next door to me.
Oh, cool.
The correct answer is, yeah, he's got a really cool little dog named Lulu. Yeah, the correct answer is B, sunglasses. Nero was rumored. Oh, good morning, Lucius. Lucius is an amazing shredder, and that profile picture, by the way, is a picture I took on his birthday when he was playing a show. Right?
Nice.
How photogenic is that dude? Lucius is a doll. All right, so Emperor Nero was rumored to have watched gladiator fights while wearing sunglasses with emerald lenses. The Inuit wore eye protection made from walrus ivory to protect from snow blindness, but the ancient Egyptians are largely credited with their creation by use of heavy eyeliner. The eyeliner itself was very thick black, and it actually helped to reduce the sun's glare. Desert sun, pretty blinding.
Like the football player thing.
Right? That's why they do it. It's to help reduce the glare.
Right.
The concoction that the Egyptians used, it was a coal concoction mixed with a type of grease that actually was said to help prevent bacterial infection in their eyes. Those like sand and silica blowing around.
We do a thing here in Cape Breton that helps also with the bacterial infection in your eyes. We just punch you right in the nose, and it blackens both your eyes. And it's not.
I guess the heavy watering of the eyes will help flush everything out.
Yeah,
oh dear Lord.
Gives you good color, and I mean, you can thank me later, type deal.
Okay, so this is apparently a greeting in Cape Breton. So tourists, beware. If you're going to go to Cape Breton, wear a face guard because the town greeter will punch you in the face. Oh dear Lord.
The second you say you don't got sunglasses and you need some help, we will punch you right in the nose. We will fix you up. We won't let the sun get in your eyes.
Dear Lord.
We're just friendly folk here. It'd be a friendly punch. Effective, but friendly.
Gentle violence.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Back to you, Brendan.
All right. So, what did Swiss engineer George de Mestral invent after seeing birds clinging to his dog after a walk? Did he invent the vest? Did he invent Velcro? Or how about sunglasses? Or windshield wipers? What did he invent?
Well, he invented Velcro. Imogen knew it before you even gave the answer. So I'm like, hey, that's got to be it. Yeah.
I have a love of Velcro.
Do you? Huh.
I really do.
Nice. I'm scared to ask who you're sticking to the wall, Imogen.
I have a colorful background, some of which cannot be discussed on the air.
My background's colorful too. I love it.
Some of the post-show wrap-up dialogue has kind of shed a little light on some of this. But yeah, I'm going with his invention was Velcro.
Yeah, me too. What's we got there? Margie says it's Velcro also.
What's the answer?
We're gonna have to Velcro it out of you here. What's going on, Brando?
The answer is. Oh. Well, I'll tell you the answer here. You ready for this?
Oh yeah, we're gonna put Velcro in your underwear. You ready for that?
Tell us, you ginger jerk.
Velcro.
Ah! That's a lucky guess.
Oh, I guess
Nice.
there's a delay.
Clearly. But we won't blame the internet. We'll blame Brandon.
Yes. Always
Yeah.
blame Brandon.
It's my fault.
Right?
There's a delay.
Exactly, Ellie. With Brandon, it's always A or B or D. No.
Oh,
Too
God.
funny. All right. So when Sir Sanford Fleming devised the concept of standard time in 1878, how many time zones did he propose the world would be split into? Again, Sir Sanford Fleming devised the concept of standard time in 1878. And this is the first year since 1878 we're not going to have daylight savings time. How do you like that? Them apples. But anyhow, was it 20 time zones that it would be split into? Was it 26? Was it 22 or 24? So again, Sir Sanford Fleming devised the concept of standard time in 1878. And how many time zones did the world get split into? 20, 26, 22, or 24? Who has a guess?
22. I have
Right
no
here, we're
clue.
24.
Yeah, I would have been so disappointed. Look, I would have been rode you like a bar of soap, Brendan, if you wouldn't have got that right now. Margie says 20, and Imogen said 22. Was it?
Yeah, 22.
Okay, and Brandon said 24. Okay, the answer is weather specialist got it. 24. I knew he would. All right, Imogen, back to you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second here. I need candy. There we go. Candy. All right. Now, which of the following was originally designed to assist with childbirth? A, grappling hooks. B, the mighty chainsaw. C, the jigsaw. Or D, the Dremel.
Oh my God.
Horrifying. But which of the
Chainsaw?
following? Right?
Look, this
Which of
sounds
these
like-
horrifying things
you could really
was
reduce
originally
stress.
designed? Yeah, which of
I'm
the
gonna go
horror-
with the chainsaw. That's wild.
right?
Oh
A
my
lot
God.
of a lot of medical inventions are straight up from a horror movie. So which of the following was designed to assist childbirth? Grappling hooks, chainsaw, jigsaw, or Dremel?
I'm going to go with grappling hooks. Just yank the baby right out. Baby be gone. Yeah. Brandon's going full, metal jacket there. He's going to just chainsaw and cut the baby right out. So, Matt says
Yep,
A.
that is A. Grappling
Mhm.
hooks. Okay, we have 2 grappling hooks, 1 for chainsaw.
Yeah,
Margie's saying grappling hooks, 3 for grappling hooks.
Yeah, because the grappling hooks remind me of that. They've got something that they do use today in modern medicine that they put forceps. There you go. So I think they've taken over grappling hooks and used forceps instead. So that's why I went with that answer.
See, I like that line of thought. That's a logical concept right there. Right. Well,
I don't have any.
Well, much to the horror and disgust of the entire world, the correct answer is actually B. The mighty chainsaw was developed to assist with difficult childbirth. It was designed to cut through bone. Compared to the devices we know today, it had substantially less power in that it was a hand crank, which is somehow worse, but still would have been an absolute horror show. In the late 18th century, 2 Scottish doctors, John Aiken and James Jeffrey, developed a prototype of the chainsaw for a symphysiotomy and the excision of diseased bone.
Yeah.
So to clarify just a little bit what that means, there's different surgeries that can assist in childbirth. C-section is where it's cut across the abdomen, and episiotomy is sort of the taint. You go read but a symphysiotomy is a little different. I don't believe it's really done anymore. Because the C-section's been refined, but a symphysiotomy is where they would actually split the pelvic bone at the front to allow it to widen so that the child could come out that way. So to cut that little area, to cut that bone, this was called a symphysiotomy. So in your worst moment in life, you're in a log cabin, candlelight and lanterns for light and heat, and you have groundskeeper Willie coming at your most sensitive of areas in your most traumatized state with a hand crank coming at you.
What? And it's no wonder the babies come out traumatized. The very first sound they heard wasn't their parents' voice; it was the chainsaw.
Right? This is a horrifying concept. Anesthetic was not what we know it to be today. It was opiate based to a large degree, or it was opiates or alcohol. It's whiskey and opium, or heroin is what you had for this is what they had for anesthetic at the time. So this is
to push the
this is
birth
straight
control
up
pill.
horror.
You imagine
Right?
they used to push the birth control pill. All they had to do was show you the chainsaw. Whoa, I'm done.
But this is at a time when people had like 10 kids. Holy, I don't understand it. I'm horrified at the thought of childbirth now. I don't have kids. It's not something I can relate to. But medical facilities then are somehow so much more terrifying.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand how humanity survived, but credit to everyone who came through that.
Yeah. You're shaking the baby's hand. You made it. Many others didn't.
Yeah, right? You are a survivor.
Right.
Nothing in life will ever compare to that experience. So you already get a trophy. You come out and are handed a trophy.
Too funny. All right, Brent, what do you got for us?
All right. So who invented the television? All right. Is it A, John Logie Baird? B, Roland Hill? C, Frank Hornby? Or D, Frank Whittle?
Well,
I love that Brandon's giggling. Frankly, I'm going to guess C. Sounds like an inventor name. I have no clue. So that's what I'm going with. That's my logic.
I'm going with A. I don't got a clue either.
You don't have a clue?
No. Not an iota.
Yep, random guess. Wild guess, putting it out there.
Yeah. So, what do you think?
Anybody else have a random guess?
Yeah, Margie says A. And she's glad that she wasn't around when the childbirth was being given with chainsaw. So, yeah.
Right? I mean, yeah. Oh.
Hey, Brandon, give us the answer before I have another birthday, for God's sake.
Okay. All right.
Up the answer now. Is that what you're doing?
The answer. Why is my thing frozen? Okay. The answer is John Logie Baird. Logie Baird. A.
Oh, wow.
That would be A.
Oh, well, yay. A for the win. And who knew? Not me, but yay.
Very cool. Matt got it right.
He invented the television.
Sweet. All right. This one's travel accessories. Which of the following was a Canadian invention that made it easier for people to travel? A, the suitcase. B, separable baggage check tags. C, the duffel bag. D, the portable DVD player. So I'll put these answers in the comments. A, B, C, or D. Which do you think it was? The suitcase that what made it easier for travel in Canada. Never
baggage check tags.
Yeah, baggage check tags.
Yeah.
What do you think there?
I'm going to say duffel bag. Oh no, you know what? Okay, so my rationale on that is hockey. I'm going to say that duffel bags were sort of somehow connected. Like the hockey bag was sort of the first version, and then it was kind of streamlined and refined into something smaller for more average non-hockey players.
Okay. All right. So Matt's changing his
just grasping at stuff and making it up as I go, but that's my logic on it.
That's it, huh? All right. Margie's also saying separable baggage tags. Are we ready for the answer? And the answer is yes, it is separable baggage tags. How boring of an answer, but yet it is the answer. Good job, Brandon. Good job, Margie.
That's awesome.
And good job to Matt.
Perfect.
Everyone did good. All right, Imogen, what do you got?
All right. Although not an invention of humankind, fire was an absolute game changer. Which of our hominin ancestors are credited with harnessing and controlling fire as a tool? Was it the Homo heidelbergensis, Homo habilis, Neanderthals, or the Acheuleans? Although I'm sure I'm pronouncing that last one terribly.
Yeah, I'm going with Neanderthals because it's the only one I could say.
Well, I was gonna say Imogen Cookie Bailey, but I guess that's not.
I do not everyday things with it, that's for sure.
If you're looking for some Cape Breton makeup,
You do control fire.
You want some
I
homemade
do.
sunglasses there, Brando?
1 second, I'll let you guys think about it for a moment. Morbo's screaming. 1 second, 1 second.
I'll go with B.
Marky's going with B as well. So Matt's going with
Perfect.
B. Yeah. Neanderthal.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
so those options are again A, Homo heidelbergensis, B, Homo habilis, C, Neanderthals, or D, the Acheuleans.
Again, I still can't say them, but I'm going with Neanderthal. It's the only one I could say.
All right, does everyone have their guesses? Is everyone happy with their answers? Well, thank you. All right. So we've got answers. Everyone's saying seems to be leaning towards Neanderthals. Matt Webb is saying B, Homo habilis. All right. Well, the correct answer is C. Neanderthals are largely credited with being the first of our ancestors to use fire as a tool for heat, cooking, and as a weapon. These guys were awesome, man.
Nice.
They're not.
Good job.
They're not usually. They're not often categorized as being human, but related to modern humans. So yeah.
Close enough. Right? All right, Brandon.
Right?
What do you got for us?
You know what?
Mhm.
Looking at some of my relatives, I can't see a difference.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you look like my Neanderthal
All
great,
right.
great, 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 great uncle.
That's great.
Right?
All right.
frozen
So
or you're
this guy named Frank Whittle, I know I talked about him already, but
Yeah. I think
what
you
did
like
he
Frank.
invent?
The
Frank
TV.
Whittle, what did he invent?
He invented
Did he
the
invent
Mm.
A, the printing press, B, the wind-up radio, C, the jet engine, or D, the steam engine? What did Sir
was
Frank
the name?
Whittle invent?
Oh,
Frank
his name
Whittle.
is Sir in front of it. I'll go with the steam engine just because there's a Sir in front of it. Yeah. No idea.
Steam engine.
What were the options again?
All right. Go through this. Okay. So, would it be A, the printing press, B, the wind-up radio, C, the jet engine, or D, the steam engine?
Yeah, I still like steam engine.
I'm just gonna go jet engine. It sounds super modern, and I'm gonna go with that one just because I think that's cool.
Margie also thought it was the jet engine.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do.
Shannon's going to steam engine. Imogen's going jet engine. Margaret's
Yep.
going to jet engine. Matt says damn. So he doesn't
Someone
know.
had to invent a jet engine.
Someone.
And how cool would it be if, like,
Someone.
I can fly a jet?
I know.
Oh.
Just go. It's like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, what's the answer?
Well, the answer is the jet engine.
Wow. Excellent.
Awesome.
Good job. I like. All right. So Dr. James Naismith was a Canadian physical education student and instructor at the Springfield, Massachusetts YMCA training school in 1892. Now, I know we all got that little Canadian commercial in our mind right now, right? He has been credited with inventing the sport of basketball, the Peach Baskets. Why did he invent this sport? Did he invent this sport because he wanted to keep the students fit during winter. He wanted to create a new sport to entertain the wealthy. He was completing a physical education research experiment, or his students complained that they were bored and want to try a new sport. So again, the Dr. James Naismith was credited with inventing the sport of basketball, but why did he do it? Again, he wanted to keep the students fit during winter. He wanted to create a new sport to entertain the wealthy. He was completing a physical education research experiment. His students complained they were bored and want to try a new sport. What do you think it is? Don't everybody shout their answers at once now.
I'm torn between wanting to keep them fit and boredom. Because when students get bored, you do creative things and you kind of come up with different stuff to entertain them, to get their attention, to get them engaged. So if he was really good at what he did, he would have been coming up with creative methods of engagement. At the same time, I mean, encouraging fitness is kind of an all around, all the time. I'm going to say boredom. I'm going to say that was the primary motivator behind creating that.
Okay.
Make it fun, come up with some kooky new thing, get engagement. I like to think that's how dodgeball happened. Kids were bored, so they turned to violence. They gamified violence.
And what do you think there, Brendan?
I'm going to go boredom as well. Yeah.
Are you? Okay. Margie
Boredom
doesn't know.
Boredom and spite are the greatest motivators ever.
Right? No one else got an answer. All right. Answer is. And the answer is he wanted to keep his students fit during winter. So you were right on the right track, Imogen.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
All
All right.
right. Back to you, Imogen.
Okay. Let's see. What was my last one here? Neanderthals. All right. So, rock and roll has a pretty wild history. Distortion is a relatively modern addition to music. When was distortion first used in a rock track? Was it A, 1934, B, 1951, C, 1962, or D, 1973? First recording distortion, intentional distortion, I should say.
I'm going at 1973. Just because it was
Awesome.
the year I was born. Yay!
1972.
Perfect.
Margie says
You going 72?
1975. Brandon said
Awesome.
72. I said 73. And the winner is.
Excellent. All right. The correct answer is B, 1951. While there's little debate on the actual origin, Rocket 88, recorded in 1951, is often seen as the first recording of intentional distortion on a track. The original method of distortion was actually by taking a pin and poking holes in the cardboard on the speakers to make it get that fuzz sound. So yeah, 1951, first intentional addition of distortion to a rock and roll track.
Sweet.
And the
Nice.
song was
What do you
called
got there,
Rocket
Brandon?
88. Don't know who it was by.
All right.
Right?
That's awesome. All right. So I'm going to find another guy here. Another guy named Trevor Bayliss.
Oh,
Trevor
that guy.
Bayliss.
I don't know.
What did he invent? Was it A, the hovercraft, B, the postal stamp, C, smallpox vaccine, or D, the wind-up radio?
I have no idea. I almost feel like he invented plastic with a name like that. My goodness, but that wasn't there. I'll go with A. No idea.
What were the options again?
All right, here we go. Here are the options. One more time. Is it A, the hovercraft, B, the postage stamp, C, smallpox vaccine, or D, wind up a radio?
I'll go with postage stamp. I'm changing.
You are? You sure?
Yeah, no, but yeah, I'm changing.
Okay.
Margie's saying wind up radio, and I'm going to go with that one as well. I like that answer, and so I'm going to say that he invented the wind up radio.
All right. Margie, did you date him? What's the answer?
The answer The answer is, you ready for this?
Oh God,
It's
yeah.
the wind up radio.
Yeah.
Woo! You got her again there,
Another
Margie.
useless point.
Oh yeah, right. The points from this show mean nothing. All right, so
Yeah.
this one's on Canadian trivia, and it is in the agriculture sector. Oh God, we'll all do well on
Whoa.
this one. Yeah, Charles E.
we go.
Sanders developed a new variety of wheat strand commonly known as marquee wheat. This variety of wheat was popular because it had better milling properties for which of the following products: bread, beer, cereal, or pasta. So, Charles Saunders developed a new variety of wheat strand commonly known as the marquee wheat. The variety of wheat was popular because it had better milling properties for which of the following products: bread, beer, cereal, or pasta. Which do you think?
You know what?
mm,
I am going to go with beer. Beer.
Yeah, because the others seem like they would have the same characteristics would be for bread and for cereal and for pasta. And beer seems to be the only odd duck there. And because I do love me ducks,
I
I'll go
like
with
beer because it's odd. That's
Well, I don't like beer, but I do like ducks, and it is the odd duck, so I'm going with beer.
I'm gonna
Margie
say,
with bread.
yeah. You know what? I'm leaning towards bread. Cereal is so varied. Pasta hasn't really changed much in a couple thousand years.
Nope.
So I'm gonna go with bread because there's so many different ways of there's so many different types of bread and there's so much science in bread that I'm gonna say that that's the one. Beer's probably
Okay.
correct because it's the odd one, but I'm going with bread. I'm with Margie on this one.
All right. Look, this would be a triple play for you and Margie. All right. And the answer is, let's see. Oh my God. You guys are on rapid fire. It is bread. Nice job.
Ah,
Mhm.
all right. High five to
All right.
Margie.
Woo woo to Margie.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
In the 1930s, Paul Tootmark invented what instrument? Was it A, the bass guitar, B, the slide whistle, C, the theremin, or D, the juice harp?
What was the question again? I'm like a juice harp. I don't know what it is, but my God, I want one.
It's right. Juice harp is that little thing that you kind of put in your mouth and it makes that sprongy boingy sound. You hear it in a lot of like you hear it in old timey cartoons, hillbilly references, like to Hillbilly Jug Band, the guy that's kind of like boing boing boing. It's the sound to hear it. I don't know how to describe the actual device, but
Oh, I know.
it
Mhm.
has a boingy sound. So the question again, in the 1930s, Paul Tootmark invented what instrument? A, the bass guitar, B, the slide whistle, C, the theremin, or D, the juice harp.
Margie's going with the juice
I'm
harp.
good.
Because Margie's on fire, I think she's right. I also said the juice harp. This sounds cool.
I'm gonna go bass guitar.
Are you?
Brandon's going
Just to be
bass.
different.
Margie and Janet are going
I
juice
like my
harp.
bass.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any other guesses? Viewers at home, what say you? What's on your post-it notes?
Right?
All right. Well, the correct answer is A. Brandon had it. Paul Tootmark created a version of the double bass that was made to be played horizontally. It had the look and feel of the bass guitar that we know today. In the 30s, only 100 were made, but over the course of the next decade, more versions and variations of it started to pop up, and we now have what we know as the bass guitar.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
totally
Frankie,
unrelated.
bass guy.
There
Yeah,
you go.
fun fact, totally unrelated. I actually play the theremin. I have a theremin sitting on the shelf next to me here. I play a theremin, and I learned a little bit of. I built it. I bought a kit. I built a theremin. I soldered it, put it together, lacquered, finished the box, and it says in Alienese. I put a little wood burning tool. I wrote on it on the front. It says, "The truth is out there." because I wanted to learn to play the X-Files theme song on the
I
theremin.
was going to say, that's X-Files. Yeah.
I haven't played it in a while, so I'd have to brush up. But
Love it.
I
All
wanted
right.
to play the X-Files theme song on the theremin. So I built a theremin.
Excellent.
The end.
So we started
Moving
with
on.
you. Will Brandon do one more, and then I'll finish the show tonight. We got 5 minutes left. So Brandon, give us a question slowly.
Okay. In the late 1840s, which Bristol chocolate factory began making mass-produced chocolate bars? Is it A, the Wonka factory, B, Fry's, C, Napier's Bones, or D, Charlie's factory?
Oh, ooh! I didn't know the movie Willy Wonka was based on real events, so I don't know because he was Charlie. His name was Charlie, or the kid was that went into the factory. So I mean, Willy Wonka wouldn't have named it after the kid, so I'm thinking it's the Willy Wonka factory. Because I mean, Charlie is after the fact of the factory. The factory brought Charlie to it. What do you think there, Em?
What are the options again? The town is Bristol, Germany. That's correct. The town is
Germany.
Bristol. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What were the
town is
options?
Bristol.
Yeah.
The options.
There's Wonka's
Our
Fries.
Wonka's factory is A,
Yeah.
Wonka's factory, B, Napier's Bones, C, Fry's, or D, Charlie's factory.
I'm gonna go with Fries. I don't know why, but I'm leaning towards Fries. I'm probably way wrong on that one. It's just a guess because I don't really know my chocolate so much.
I wish I didn't. You know, I don't know about back in the 1800s, but chocolate sure loves me. So what's the answer?
The answer is Fry's.
Ah! Oh,
You're wrong. What was that about?
That was good.
seriously?
Brandon, you haven't got a chance at this last one.
Seriously.
And good luck if you get it, buddy. It's all I can say. You ready? You ready to put your thinking cap
Yeah.
on there, Brandon? Okay. I
Oh,
know
Bring
yeah.
it on.
Imogen's definitely going to know it. So, the
I am.
Wonder Bra. The Wonder Bra. I know you wonder if you'll ever touch one, Brandon,
Oh.
but let's.
Wow.
Me. The Wonder Bra was invented in 1964 by Louis Poirier and reached number 5 on the all-time Canadian invention list. In 1913, however, another common clothing necessity was invented by a Canadian that is attached to men's and women's pants. What was this invention? Oh, you're going to get it, Brandon. Was it the button, the pocket, the elastic waistband, or the zipper?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with the button.
The button? What do you think there, Imogen? The Wonder Bra, invented in 1864, reached number 5 of the all-time Canadian invention list. But in 1913, another common clothing necessity was invented by a Canadian that is attached to women's and men's pants. It was the button, the pocket, the elastic waistband, or the zipper. Who's got guesses? I broke Imogen's brain.
It's a zipper.
Uh,
Women were kind of discouraged from wearing pants. It was more skirts and dresses, but it was still, they still had them. But I'm gonna say that it was a zipper. Zipper's a more modern kind of thing. Elastic was relatively newish as well. And that was, I want to say elastic was kind of related to the development of nylon stockings, which weren't super stretchy, but they had a little bit of give. It was kind of a weird evolutionary trend. And then during, I want to say during the World War I war effort, there was stockings weren't really around because the materials were needed for other things more related to supplying military on the front lines. Not that they were stockings, but it's the raw materials were redirected for other purposes. But
Soldiers and stockings don't mix.
Specifically to pants, I'm going to say it's the zipper. Probably wrong.
Right.
But I'm gonna say
No. I said it exactly right.
It was
Brandon
the
wasn't
zipper.
going to get it right, and you got it right. Yeah, it's the zipper.
Yeah. Yeah,
Guys,
buttons were around for quite a while. They were an earlier.
Right?
Awesome.
So thanks everyone for tuning in. That's our hour of trivia show for this week. Join us again next week as we will have another theme and of course, lots more fun and lots more laughs. Hope you all have a great week. Thanks for joining us and playing along. Good night, guys.